what's up guys? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, then what I do is every day of 2024, I vow to check out a new band or artist. Check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my initial thoughts on the songs, give you my ranking of the songs, and of course my overall thoughts on the artist. Today's artist, as you can see right there, is Action Adventure. Now, this was a suggestion from you guys, so please keep those suggestions coming. Hit the comments below, let me know what bands or artists I should be checking out next, and I will hopefully get to it on a future episode. The more times I hear a band or artist mentioned, that kind of moves up to the forefront of my brain and I get to it sooner. So, even if you've already seen someone request it, please request it again, make sure I haven't forgotten, or to get it done quicker. So what do I know about Action Adventure? I know they're a pop-punk band. I've been meaning to check them out. I did hear one song on the Lead Singer Syndrome podcast with Shane Told of Silverstein. He had Action Adventure on. It was a good interview. The song was good. And I was like, I should dive deeper into this band. That was about a year ago, and I never did. But it was suggested, so I knew I had to get to it soon. And, you know, why not today? I know when I did one of these videos on Magnolia Park, I had seen that Action Adventure worked with them, so that's kind of the style of pop punk I'm expecting. And the song I did hear was kind of in that same vein, so let's see if I'm right. Let's check out Action Adventure. So it looks like their earliest release was released way back in 2016. I didn't realize this band had been around for, I guess, 8 years at this point. I checked out the song Family Matters because it was the first track on that EP, and I grew up watching that show. Alright, so I thought the radio flipping at the beginning of the song was like a pretty cool touch. Got to hear all these great songs, or little snippets of them for a couple seconds. But it got old real fast. It went on for about 40 seconds, which is probably like 25 seconds at max too long. That being said, once the music actually started, I was in awe because this is a new easycore song for me. Now granted, I realize the track is 8 years old at this point, but still, I miss the genre of music, so anytime I hear a new easycore track, regardless of if it's new to me or just new in general, it takes me back. That being said, it's not recorded the greatest. I don't want to say the production's bad or the singing is bad, because I don't think they're bad. It's just not as crisp as I would like. Alright, next up, the band released an EP 2 years later called Going Heel in 2018. I checked out the track Parachutes. Okay, so they ditched the easycore sound here. Can't say I'm surprised, because I figured if they released a bunch of easycore music, I would have listened to them way before now. But much like the Wonder Years that put out an easycore record and then quickly switched to harder style pop punk, that's basically what Action Adventure did. Similar to maybe Knuckle Puck from when they started, but I will say Action Adventure does have some crisper, poppier vocals, which I do appreciate. Alright, enough with the EPs. Let's jump to their full-length albums. So they released 2 full-length albums in 2021 and 2022. So let's start with that 2021 record called Pulling Focus, and by far their most streamed song is called Barricades. Holy crap. So this was like a minute long, but it was like pure serotonin-filled pop punk for me. It was amazing. If I could get this over a 2.5-3 minute song, this would be a perfect song. No doubt in my mind. Alright, so I kind of want to listen to another song from this album, but I should really just jump to Imposter Syndrome. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to check out the self-titled track Imposter Syndrome. And there's another short song. There's a minute and a half. The band, I think, tried to do Barricades again. It doesn't work nearly as well as Barricades. Maybe that's because it's a minute and a half song with a 30-second musical outro. So, you guys know me. I don't dig those. But what we got with the lyrics, I think was actually really good and maybe even stronger than Barricades. But the music after the lyrics stopped kind of took it away, and I was just like, okay, let's get to another track. So since those two were short, I listened to another just bonus song to give Action Adventure another chance. Their most recent release was off the Pure Noise Records Dead Formats album, which is basically covers. So they covered Lifehouse's Hanging by a Moment. And at first I was just like, okay, this is kind of the same style of Lifehouse, so I don't need this as a cover. Then the music picked up, really enjoyed it. Not going to include the song in the ranking, because I tend not to check out covers. I just wanted to check out some more action adventure, since the last two songs were so short. But, yeah, Lifehouse Hanging by a Moment cover, really good. Definitely recommend it if you're a fan of the original song, or even if you hate the original, because it changes it up quite a bit. Alright, so let's rank the 4 songs that aren't covers. At number 1, Parachutes. This was my favorite of the 2 longer songs. It was much crisper, production and vocal-wise, which is what gets at the spot. At number 2, I'm going Barricade. Like I said, 1 minute, pure serotonin. If this was a full song, it'd be number 1, no doubt in my mind. But because it's a minute, I gotta give it some point deduction. At 3, Family Matters. I really dug this song. I missed that easy core sound, but ultimately the production kept it back a little for me because it doesn't sound as strong as, had they have recorded it today. That being said, easy core is basically at this point a dead genre, so unfortunately we're probably not going to get a re-recording of this. And at 4, Imposter Syndrome. Nothing wrong with the song. If I ever seen Action Adventure live and they played it, I'd probably be ecstatic. But listening on the album, the 30-second outro took it away, especially immediately following Barricade. The only thing this song really had over Barricade was I enjoyed the lyrics more, but ultimately everything else goes in Barricade's favor, which is why Barricade looks like the far superior song comparing the two. Alright, so overall, Action Adventure, what are my thoughts? This band rules. I'm so excited to check them out further. Their last full length was back in 2022. We're now in 2024. I gotta imagine we're gonna start getting a rollout soon for some new music. So really hoping that's the case, because I cannot wait to get more into this band. Although I was kind of right about the style of pop punk they play, I do think they do the pop vocals better than basically anyone in the genre nowadays. Out of the new wave of pop punk bands coming up, and I'm a big vocals guy, so that appeals to me a whole lot. So really excited to see what this band does going forward. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. We're getting near the end of the day 70s, so please go back and check out the other 70 plus episodes of this if you feel so inclined. Lots of pop punk in there, lots of emo, lots of metalcore if you're into the heavier stuff. Like I'd mentioned earlier, please give me comments of bands or artists I should be checking out in the future. Still got a long way to go in the year, so I'm going to need those suggestions from you guys. It's a big help. And while you're down in the comments, please let me know what you think of Action Adventure, whether you've checked them out or not. Are you going to check them out because you saw this video? What are your favorite songs from the band? Let me know those as well, because definitely when time allows, I'm going to be diving into Action Adventure a heck of a lot more, because I had a lot of fun with these tracks. Now that you're done commenting, just above the comment, there's a button that I need you to hit. And as my friends in Hawthorne Heights said, I need you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad signing off for now, but until next time, I want to hear you sad.